Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back once again. It's been a while since I did a video on this channel, but I'm finally back, and in today's video, once again, like usual, I'll give you guys a quick little update on my stock portfolio and show you guys how my Wealthsimple trade account has been doing, since there's been a lot going on in the market recently and we've seen some pretty big increases and stocks are having a pretty good time. So I'll give you guys a quick little update on my portfolio and I'll show you guys how well our stocks are doing. And I've noticed we've been getting a lot of new people on the channel recently. I don't know if it's because of everything that's going on with the stocks and whatnot. Everybody's kind of getting more exposed to the markets and the news and whatnot. Or it's just kind of that time of the year where people start to think more about their finances. Regardless of the reasons why, if you guys are brand new to the channel, I welcome you here. This is a very beginner-based YouTube channel based around Canadian investing into dividend stocks and just good quality stocks overall. It's a very simple approach to investing. And it's also kind of, I also do like personal finance videos and I show you guys how I'm kind of planning to live off my dividends, and it's also based around just kind of being frugal and whatnot as well. But the main theme of this channel is basically me showing you guys how I built my investment portfolio and basically tracking it and showing you guys my results along the way. So the first thing we're going to do in today's video is we're going to jump inside the Wealthsimple Trade portfolio, and if you guys want to support the channel, there will be a link in the description of this video where you guys can sign up and take advantage of some of the offers there. And if you guys do stick around for the end of the video, I got a cool little surprise. I decided to actually treat myself as something cool, a cool little thing I wanted to buy for a while. As some of you guys know who watch my videos, I've been trying to kind of live off my dividend income as much as possible and kind of pretend that as our income is growing, I'm kind of buying new things and having fun with it. So I bought myself a cool little toy. So all you old school gamers are going to like this one. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Alright guys, so here's the Wealthsimple Trade account. I'm inside my dashboard here. We actually have 3 accounts for the Wealthsimple Trade portfolios. That's spread across a personal account, an RRSP, and a TFSA. So in total, those accounts go to $103,000, 683 cents. Pretty crazy to say that number, but we've been growing this portfolio and these portfolios completely from scratch for the past couple years. We made some bigger deposits along the way, but more or less you guys seen me kind of grow this on a week by week basis inside these accounts, and it's been a crazy ride. So the first account we have here is a personal account, has about $10,000, $232. It has 8 different stocks, currently up $665. Next up, we have an RRSP, which we've just been starting. We have a balance of $157, up $7.98, which is 5.5%. The RRSP is going to be more of a growth stock oriented base fund. And then we have our good old classic TFSA, which has been our best performing account. This is the first account we started and basically the one I've been growing the most. $93,000 inside of our TFSA, up $9,000, just under $10,000, which is 12% gain in total. Now keep in mind, we did make a transfer between 2 TFSAs, so it does look like I over contributed, as long as you guys have mentioned in the past, but it's not taking into account the growth from the previous TFSA, just the one that we kind of made on Wealthsimple. So just kind of keep that in mind. Although I know a lot of you guys have mentioned that in the past. But let's take a quick little peek on our account and see how it's grown over time. So in the TFSA over the past day, we are down negative $160, which is about 0%, which is kind of expected because if you go over the past week, we are up 1%, which is $1,337. So quite a big of an increase in our account over the past week. Over the past month, we're up 5% gain inside the TFSA. Once again, mostly US growth stocks and Canadian stocks, up $4,695. Tons of growth in the past month. And as you guys can see, once your account starts to grow, those little numbers like the 1%, the 2%, sorry Cooper, the 5%, you know, it really starts to grow and makes a big difference. $4,000 is nothing to laugh about. Over the past 2 months, once again, kind of sitting around that $4,000 range. Over the past year, we're up 11%, which is $9,606. And then all time inside this account, we're up 12%, which is just shy under $10,000. So if you guys watched my previous video, tons of growth since the previous video. It's been a pretty good month, and for the beginning of November, and it'll be interesting to see how things will go from here. And like I mentioned throughout this video already a couple times, the main focus of this channel is keeping things fundamentally easy. That's the main theme of this channel, but the main stocks to take a peek at are good quality Canadian companies, and I also buy some good quality US based ETFs. So these are like stocks like the S&P 500, some just good quality, solid US growth based ETFs. So I've mostly focused on ETFs, and then I focus on some of the more well-known good quality companies, or Canadian companies I should say, that have a good focus on increasing their dividends, are always growing, are always seeing that nice stock appreciation, and have a good history of a lot of growth. So you guys can see here's just a couple stocks that I have inside my portfolio, all pretty good quality stocks that you can always feel safe about buying regardless, and they're always going to grow. That's the type of investing I like, and that's the type of investing I think beginners should kind of just get started with, especially when you're just getting started with investing. Now, one thing I do like to do as an investor is track the payments, the dividend payments, because it gives you a sense of how your portfolio is growing and how your results kind of compound and grow, and it can inspire you. So, if you're a bodybuilder or working out, you might track your pictures. You might take pictures of yourself from the beginning and kind of track yourself along the way. You might kind of keep track of how many different exercises you can do, and that gives you inspiration when, maybe you're seeing some results, but you kind of miss how far you come and whatnot. I think this tracking, whether it's your stock growth, your stock portfolio growth, how much money you have in your account, your dividend payments, whatever it is, I like to do dividend payments because it's something easy that's tangible. It's actually money you actually get, and it does increase over time. So basically what I do is I take my dividend payments that I've been getting and I track them in a spreadsheet. So we're jumping over the spreadsheet, and I'll show you guys how this account has been growing in terms of its dividend payments. And here's just an example of some of the dividends that we get inside our account here. So the biggest ETF that we hold that's dividend based is VDY. It's a dividend / growth based Canadian based ETF, really good quality ETF. This is one of our biggest holdings. We got a dividend of $60 for the month of November. Another one in our personal account for $8, and then we have H&R REIT, RioCan also giving us those nice dividends. And then we got a nice big dividend from TD, $24. One of my favorite stocks that I hold of. POW gave us a dividend of $2, and once again one more for TD. So that's our dividends so far for the month of November. But you guys can see here since October we also got a lot of dividends. And these dividends just keep growing passively over time. That's the cool thing about them. And if I go over to my spreadsheet here where I track the month by month dividend income, you guys can see where this account just started way back in the beginning of January 2020. You can see that the dividend payments were just nothing. Like it was such growth, but that just goes to show you guys how things do add up. In terms of the stock appreciation as well, we've seen a lot of growth over time. But overall, I kept investing, putting money in, and we've seen those dividend payments just slowly keep growing here. And going towards the end here, we finished October with a dividend payment of just under $300, which is absolutely crazy for us. At the beginning of August, we did make a big deposit. I took one of my other TFSAs and transferred into this one, so we did see a big increase in the account value in the holdings. So that's what kind of explains this little bit of a jump here, but still nonetheless it's been pretty consistently growing. And in November, it's November 9th at the time of doing this video, we already have $126 in dividends. And if you look at the average monthly income over the past 23 months, we have $62 on average per month. This also includes the first couple months, so that's why it's a little bit lower. You could kind of calculate the last few months if you want a more consistent number. But our total dividends total was $1,403 total dividends that we made so far. So if you guys watched my previous couple videos, it's just been slowly growing and exponentially growing over time. And to give you guys a good little visual representation of this, I got this cool little chart here. On the left side, we have the income, or the number for the money, for example, and then on the bottom here we have the different months. So month 1 was January. You guys can see I didn't even make $1, but then it just slowly kept growing. On month number 9 we just hit under $50. On month number 12, so one whole year we finally hit $50 a month. And then on month number 16 we hit $100. And then month number 19, once again a little bit more than that. Then 21 we finally hit 150, and then month 22 we just shy of under 300, and then we're almost approaching our 2-year anniversary for this portfolio. So once again, in the beginning it was pretty slow, but once you start getting that snowball growing, it does grow and it keeps getting there faster and faster. So then we're finished with that. Towards the end of the video, we're going to talk about some of the goals I've had with this portfolio and this channel and whatnot. One of the things I like to do is give you guys an update on how I'm basically trying to live off my dividends. And the whole purpose of this is to have some fun, kind of have a more of a frugal lifestyle and really appreciate the simple things in life. And this has kind of been something I've been focusing on. And since doing this, it's been really cool because it's allowed me to kind of see the value in just simple things. And just little things like, for example, some of the things we bought with our dividends. If you guys don't know, I'll pull up the spreadsheet here so you guys can see, as we bought some things to cook food with and stuff. We bought some dishes, we bought some essentials in life. I bought a CD player, I bought some CDs, we bought a TV, we bought this little TV with our dividend income. And then the recent purchase I just bought is something I've been wanting to get for a long time, was a video game console. And I spent a lot of time thinking about what type of consoles I wanted to get. And I'm an older person. I'm not super old, but for some of you younger people who watch these videos, you might not be familiar with this. but this is a Nintendo 64. So the Nintendo 64 came out in 96 or 7, I believe. And at the time, I think I was like 5 or 6 years old. And this system was pretty revolutionary for me. Basically because it was the first system that I played that basically brought video games into the 3D world. So before that we had Super Nintendo, which was, I don't think there was anything really 3D in Super Nintendo, and you can take a peek at some of the games for Super Nintendo if you want, but the N64 was really revolutionary for me. So we bought an N64 when I was a kid. My brother and my sister, we all pooled our money together when we were coming home from one of our family trips, and we bought this N64. And I remember playing in the hotel room, and I think at the time the first game we played was GoldenEye 64, and I remember just being blown away by the way the game worked and the fact that you could play multiple people. Multiple people could play together in a room. Like we had 3 people, me, my brother, and my sister would sit down and we'd play this N64, and I loved it, and it was super fun. So this is a system I've been wanting to get for a while, and I was really excited when it actually came in the mail. And the game I decided to get was Super Mario 64. And just so you guys know, if you guys are thinking about where can I buy some of this stuff, because they don't make them anymore, is you can actually buy it on Amazon. You go to Amazon on the marketplace and people sell them. Some things are more expensive than others. Like some of the games are, you know, $20 you can get. Some of them are a little more expensive. Super Mario was a little bit more on the expensive side, but it was basically the game that came with the console. And I know a lot of you guys, if you're younger and you're looking at this, you're probably thinking, you know, the graphics are crappy, but this game even holds up to this day. It's such a fun game, and I have such a lot of memories. And I plugged it in the other day, and I was kind of playing it and having fun. And in the morning, I had my morning coffee, and I was playing some Super Mario 64, and I just had a blast. And it's just simple how, like, you know, when you have access to like video games on your computer or the internet, or you have a big Steam library, or you download things for free, you don't really appreciate them. But when you buy them and you pay them and you limit yourself by being like, you know what, I'm only going to buy one game a month or something like that, and I'm not going to buy another game until I beat this game, you really do appreciate things a lot more. And that's kind of the goal with this dividend investing case study. So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys are gamers, let me know what your favorite Nintendo 64 game is in the comment section of the video. But anyways, guys, take care. I hope you found some value in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments if you have any questions or whatnot, and I'll see you guys later.